Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you all are good and fine. So today we are going to cover a new chapter which is array. So in this lecture we will learn what is array in C and why we need array instead of variables, and how we can initialize it and declare it. So let's go ahead. So I will share this link in the description uh, in this video. So let's talk about the definition. So array is a collection of similar type of data elements which stores in a contiguous memory allocation. It will so the first element will be stored at smallest location, and like 0 1 2 3 4, these are the indexing start from 0 in array. So these are also known as derived data types in C. So and we have some properties. So array basically can store integer, float, characters, like this. So these are the data type which array can store, but array can't store different type of data element. Like if we want to store integer and a character together in a single array, so we can't do this with these things. We have separate other data types for that. Okay, so and we can store the collection of similar data types pointers and structures. So let's move ahead to the properties of C array. So array can store the primitive types of data such as int, float, double char, anything else, and it can store a collection of derived data types such as pointers and structures, and each element present in an array of the same data type with the same size. So for integer we use 4 wide. If we store 5 elements, so 4 to the 5 4 to the 5, so 20's wide memory location will be used for that array if the size of array is 5, and that is it, storing integers. Okay, so monitoring the dimension of this thing we will talk later. So actually what does it mean? Like if we want to initialize the array, and at that time we can define the dimensions or not. It is not mandatory to define the dimension if we are initializing array at declaration. Okay, if we are just initializing, so we have to define the dimension of array. Okay, and the last properties of arrays: we can randomly access any element present in the array with the help of indexing. So every element has a unique index, so we can fetch any random element from the array. So and these are some advantages of C array. Like if you want to store 5 elements, we have 5, a student has 5 subjects, and we want to calculate the average of those marks, those subjects marks. So the first thing is we can use 5 variables for each subjects, or second method is we can use a array which will contain all the 5 uh, subjects marks. So we can easily perform average and percentage, anything you want on that data. So the advantage of using arrays: we can access the data with the less line of code. So we don't optimize the code. We can optimize the code with the help of array, and because we don't need to initialize multiple variables, so we are using a single variable, so single array. So that's why memory space will be less, and so space complexity will be removed, will be less. Okay, so we can easily traverse the element in the array. So with the help of looping statements like for, whiles, and anything else, something else, so we can perform traversing of element. Yeah, it is easy with the help of array. And sorting of element is easy. We can perform many sorting algorithm like bubble sort and something else, quick sort, merge sort, anything. So it will be easy if we are using array. And we can easily access random element. As we talked earlier, we can easily access any every element without uh, traversing from one to last. So we can access with the help of indexing. Now come to the second point, which is disadvantages of array. So if we define the size of array at declaration, we can't exceed the limit. So this is the main disadvantage if we defining the dimension of array. So we can't exceed that limit. Okay, so we can't increase the limit of array after initializing it, so declare it. So declaration of array is like this. First we have to define the type of array. It would be integer or character or float, double, anything else. So we will define declare here, and then we have to write the name of array. And a array name could not be a keyword, and we are using for variable, the same properties applies here. So then we can assign a size of array or dimension of array. So here is an example, like we are defining a array which will contain 5 elements, okay, and it would be a type of integer. Next, come to the point of initialization of C array. So array, if we are this is the syntax, array name and then indexing, and then we can assign value. Okay. So we have some other method to initialize the array. So this is the first method. So we can assign each element at a particular index position. So this is the method one, and we can initialize the array at declaration point also. So whenever we are declare the array, we can initialize the values at the same time, like this int num5, and then we can assign 5 element to it, so it will store all the. So this is the second method which we are talking earlier. If we are not so this is the you may say this is the phase where we don't this is the optional condition. We don't need to pass the dimension over here. So it will store any number of elements in the array and number of elements in the array without if we are not defining declaring size of array. Okay, so let's move to our first program. Let me open the code block. Let's create our so let me open the code. Yeah, let me delete it. Let me write it for you from the beginning. So first we will include standard input output.h, and then we start okay. So let's initialize the array. Okay, sorry, declare the array. First we have to declare the array before initializing it. If we don't declare, it will throw an error. So we have to. So let's take so this would be the method one. Okay, declare declaration of array. Okay, so this is this would be the type of int, and then we have to write the name of array, and then we have to assign the dimension of array. So now array is initialized declared. Sorry. Now how we can assign the values. So we have multiple method over here. Also we can initialization of array, and then we can assign like this. Okay, so this marks has five, would be 5 elements, so we can assign first one would be like suppose and copy it. So yeah, we have 5, and then we have to assign the element, sorry, it would be 4, 3 and 4, 2, 3 and 4 and 5. So these are the this is the initialization. Okay, now if you want to print this out, so we have to write printf %d num. So what element we want to print? So let's suppose we want to print at index number 1, so it will print second element, which is 20. Let's see. Sorry, compilation. Okay, sorry, I forgot. Printf. Yeah, no, sorry, right. Okay, so let's print it out. Okay, sorry, it is returning first one. Let me start. Yeah, so here you can see we are seeing 20 over here because 20 is the second element. Okay, now let's move to the second method. So how we can declare so we don't want to initialize array one by one. If you want to initialize in a single line, so how we can do it? So let me comment this out. Yeah, so method 2 will be declaration with initialization of array. Okay. So now how we can initialize the array in a single line? So let's declare the array, then we have to use parentheses over here, and we have to comment this out because we are declaring an initializing the elements at the same time. So we have to write element 30 and 40 and 50. Yeah, now let's run this program. Sorry. Yeah, so I'm seeing the same value, and if you want to change the element, like if you want to display the third element of array, so it will print 30. Okay, fine. So there is one more method, initializing method third. Okay, so let's copy it, paste it. So this is this size is optional, so let's try if it's work or not. We are not defining the size of array over here, so and it is storing. Let's suppose we are including one more. Okay, so now this array will contain 6 elements. So if we run this, sorry, we are defining, let me comment it out. Okay, now so yeah, it is showing 30. Okay, so this will also work. Okay, this is the this is a alternative method also. So declare and declaration with initialization of array. So we can define the size, or no, it is not mandatory. Okay, now come to this another part. So we are seeing only one element right now. Okay, so if you want to display all the elements present in the if you want to traverse all the elements, so what we will do, we have a method we have to use, like if you want to traverse of array, traversal. Okay, traversal of array. Okay, so if you want to I if less than is equal to 6, right, because we have 6 element. And yeah, so let's copy it from here and paste it here, remove it, and instead of 2 I am writing I here. Okay, so now it will traverse the array from 0 to less than 6, which will be 5. So 0 to 5 we have 6 element. Okay, and I have to declare this I also, so let me declare it I. Okay, now let's run this program. Yeah, so as you can see 10, 20, 30, 40. Let me make it more appropriate so we can easily distinguish between the numbers. So yeah, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So it is showing, it would be display like that. So we are traversing all the elements present in that array. Okay, so yeah, so this is the process of initialization and declaration and traversing of array and picking up the element from an array with the help of indexing. So I hope you like this video. In the next video we will cover array of like we can perform operations on strings, how we can store string into the array, how it will be treated as a correct array of strings like this. So and how we can fetch the element, and how we can initialize and declare the list string in the array. So we will cover that in the next video. I hope you like the video. Please subscribe to this video and hit like button also. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.